Southern California Fair, and we're here at the Perris Fairgrounds, but this year there's something special. There's a fabulous historical exhibition just for the centennial. The people of Perris put together this incredible three-dimensional historical celebration of Perris with all kinds of incredible artifacts, everything from cars to living rooms to kitchens, all the things that established Perris over the last 100 years to, of course, celebrate the centennial. And we talked to all the people involved in making this happen. Well, we're here with Richard Belmutis, who is the city manager. Richard, give us an idea of this event. This is unusual for the fair. You don't do this every year, right?
This is the first time we've ever done it, you're correct, Vivian, and it's part of our centennial celebrations. And what we really wanted to do was kind of capture the history of Perris in an exhibit. And obviously that's a big challenge because over 100 years you have a lot of development, a lot of ups and downs, and a lot of different things that happen. But our volunteer committee, an army of volunteers basically spearheaded by our historical society, has worked hard for the last 6-7 months of really putting this exhibit together. So they have a host of artifacts as well as special boards that depict different patterns of development and what was going on at the time.
You've even got cars here, though, and farm implements. I mean, there's all kinds of historical poster representations, pictures from the past as well.
Right. We wanted to make it fun, too. We didn't want it just so you come in and had to read. So we have a lot of artifacts. We have a treasure hunt and a lot of interactive activities for the kids to kind of get them excited about going through the timeline and seeing how things occurred in the last century.
What are some of the highlights, do you think? What do you think is one of the best ones here?
Well, I'm a little bit biased, but obviously the last decade for me as a planner to see the development was fun. But I think seeing some of the old cars and furniture is always kind of just fun because it reminds you of where we came from.
Yeah. Well, I'm here with Claire Maramontes, who is the planning manager with the City of Perris, and you have had a lot to do with this exhibit. Tell us about it.
Well, it's been a project, I would have to say we started working on this project back in beginning of this year, and it's been countless hours. We have a project manager, Mr. Dave Stuart, who was in charge of putting together all these panels, but it did require a lot of collaboration and work with the folks from the Chamber of Commerce, the Perris Fairgrounds, so it's one of our large events for the grand finale for our centennial this year to celebrate 100 years with the city of Perris.
What were you hoping to accomplish with the exhibit?
We wanted to give everyone the opportunity to walk in time through 100 years through the city of Perris. And this exhibition really comes alive. There are three-dimensional exhibits that you can see here that you can actually walk into. You can feel what the times were like going back in the very beginning, when Perris first took off, and now we're at in 2011 we've come so far, and it's just the beginning. We're ready for another centennial.
Right. Well, I'm here with Dave Stuart, who is really the mastermind behind this project. Tell us about the planning that went into this and how you decided to do what you did with these exhibits.
Well, I was approached by the city to do a centennial exhibition. They suggested the Harrison Hall venue to do this as part of the Southern California Fair. So we had some basic idea from the beginning what kind of crowd we were going to be hosting, that sort of thing. But it quickly dawned on me that we should do a centennial style exhibition, a bit like the U.S. Centennial Exhibition. It should talk about the 100 years of history of Perris. That led to the thought of let's do a walkthrough timeline of the history of the town. I also wanted to do something that we could reuse pieces of. So the Historical Museum could easily make this a rotating show in any venue we choose, perhaps someplace at City Hall. We'll check into that in the future.
Joanne, this is a really special event. Tell us about this, why you decided to do this here at the fair.
I think because more people are going to get to see the history of Perris, and the Historical Society has been working so hard on this. I mean, I have been able to stop in and out while I've been doing it, designing it, and their work is absolutely amazing. My husband is a member of a pioneer family, the Evans family, and I see the pictures, and it's just absolutely amazing to see how all of these families are interrelated, how they worked together years and years ago as farmers and developed this land and started the building from Rufus Hook to, the Motts and the Ashleys and the Picos and the Evanses. It's just so amazing, and they all went to school and graduated from Perris High School. It just brought this community together, and people are going to be able to come in here and start from the beginning, from the 1900s, the 1920s, 30s, 40s, through the war, clear up to now, and see what happened in this city.
Well, I'm here with Tammy and Estelle with Habitat for Humanity. Tell me what's going on here. You're actually building a house here at the fair.
Well, we're actually building an exhibition house, and it's to commemorate the City of Perris's 100-year anniversary, and also to highlight the great work being done with Habitat for Humanity.
And so the building actually happens right here on site. How long does it take to build a house?
We should have it completed by December, so it should be moved within 3 weeks, 4 weeks, somewhere around there.
Okay. Yeah. And tell me, isn't that kind of unusual to be building it somewhere like this? Is this the first time you've done this?
It's not a common thing. It's the first time for our affiliate. However, other Habitat affiliates across the country have done it.
And the whole purpose for building it here is what?
Just to celebrate the 100-year anniversary of the city, but also to bring more attention to Habitat programs in terms of getting more volunteers and support, and also future Habitat applicants.
It would be pretty cool to come to the fair and see this process.
It's going to be awesome. It's going to be very interesting to see an actual house built here at the fair and then moved to another location.
Yeah, the moving will be interesting.
Very interesting.
Well, I'm here with Yolanda Melenas Arenas with her family, who's actually receiving the house, the Habitat for Humanity house. So give us an idea. This must be really exciting to see this begin.
Yes, we're really excited. We're thrilled to be able to take a part in helping build our home from the ground up, and just to be able to become homeowners is so wonderful, and we cannot wait to be in our new home.
All right, we're here with Darren Matkin, who is Deputy City Manager of the City of Perris. Well, tell us all about Habitat for Humanity and the connection with the city here today.
Well, this project was funded through the Neighborhood Stabilization Program, which is a federal program through HUD, and we received an allocation from HUD to provide funding to stabilize neighborhoods where property values were decreasing or the neighborhoods were distressed. So we're taking those funds and we're looking for partnership opportunities, and it just so happened that this was our centennial. We decided to partner with the Habitat for Humanity to build a house, but not just build a house, because that's what Habitat does. They build homes for needy families. But to build a house at the fair and then move the house from the fairgrounds to a lot in downtown Perris.
Yeah, that's going to be a great project, and what a great family you found to go in it, too.
Yeah, we will.
It really is another great partnership between the City of Perris and, this time, Habitat for Humanity. Well, this is one of the last centennial celebrations, and they're getting ready for the fair. A big part of the fair this year, to celebrate the centennial, is to have this fabulous historical exhibition here at the fairgrounds. The Historical Society of Perris went to a lot of trouble to make sure that the City of Perris is represented, both inside the homes from different decades, from the 30s, the 50s, even as early as the gold rush with the mining that went on here that actually established the City of Perris. This is really one terrific three-dimensional historical experience that everyone can enjoy when they come to the fair this year.